Well, you've heard me talk a lot about why we get this, how we get it, how it's done, but really understanding what are the success rates? What's the point of doing this? I saw somebody else, he was a knee surgeon. He told a knee replacements, he said a partial knee would be a great option. And a lot of times it is. But the problem is when you're in your 40s, mid 40s or early 40s or early 50s and you don't want to go through with a partial knee because you don't want to have a revision situation and you're a perfect candidate for this, this is a joint saving procedure. When you heal this, you can go back to, you have limited restrictions. It doesn't mean that you're going to go and play basketball every time. It doesn't mean you're going to go back to high level sports every time, but the return to sport data is fairly high for this. And again, we are not affecting the joint itself. There's not a loosening implant. Once you heal the bone, you can go back to higher impact. This is on every level of the osteotomy. So it's important to understand that once the bone is healed, you're in a very safe position to go back to activities. And that's why it's such a successful procedure and why it needs to be talked about more, because you don't have to have antibiotic checkups like you do with total knee replacements. That being said, understand this is still a niche area. There are not as many patients that need a osteotomy than there are that need a partial knee replacement. But for those patients that are lost or have less hope and we're told this is the only option and they're in their 40s or 50s, you should strongly consider this. Again, you have to have isolated arthritis on one side. But if you're a surgeon that's indicating for a partial knee replacement and you're in your early 40s, you should strongly consider looking at this at least or understanding that you may be a candidate for it. Again, the point of a cartilage surgeon is to say whether or not you're even a candidate. And there are times I see patients that tell them, no, this is actually not what you need. You need a full knee replacement, or you need a partial knee replacement by this surgeon, and this is the reason why. But it's important to have that information. Well, hopefully this was helpful. Visit our website, www.grantgarciamd.com, and you can learn all about these osteotomies, and hopefully you enjoyed this blog. Thank you.